Not caring for a movie is an invalid criticism. If you don't care for a movie, who's going to care for what you think? If you're writing a negative review for a movie and your criticism is that you didn't care for a character, a scene, or the whole story, then you shouldn't have seen the movie. It's not your movie to review. In 2008, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button came out, and I loved it. I said it was proof that long, epic storytelling can still be told today. But all my friends at school didn't like it, saying it was too long for a story that they didn't care for. I even had a TA who synopsized it and said, it has a story, but you don't care for the characters. I interrupted her and said, I cared for the characters. She looked at me in shock to hear that I cared for the movie. And when you look at all the high praise for the film, the praise for the performances, the many award nominations, clearly a lot of people cared for it. Frozen is loved by many, including myself, but a handful of people dislike it for the wrong reasons, saying, it's not what Disney is meant to be. It's not classic Disney. The songs are overrated, which is another way of saying they didn't care for it. Now, studios and filmmakers can break out of their boundaries if they want. And when there's clearly an audience that cares about a new style or a new picture that incorporates elements of their old with a new style, let them enjoy it for what it is. Now, the Harry Potter movies are loved by many, and I haven't seen a single one of them. The thing is, they just didn't interest me. I saw the previews, I saw the trailers, I read about them. I didn't really want to see them. They hold nothing with me. I just didn't care that much to see them. Maybe I would enjoy them if I gave them a chance, but there's nothing I can or want to do about the people who love these movies. If you care for them and you love them, then that's that. Then the Twilight movies have a lot of bad reviews criticizing the quality, the story, the dialogue, the CG, but a lot of those same critics admit that they didn't care for it to start with. A lot of my friends knew they were going to hate it before they saw it, and I say, why'd you see it then? Nobody made you see it. I chose not to see these movies. And clearly, there are Twilight fans out there who enjoy whatever happens in these pictures. So what I did was choose not to see them and let the fans enjoy them for what they are. When The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, people made up criticisms like the hero is too attractive, or their favorite villain was not in it, so they have to wait for the next movie to see their favorite villain, which makes this movie a big long setup for the next movie. People didn't like Jamie Foxx's Electro because they didn't like the villain Electro to start with. What they should really admit is that they didn't like it because they didn't care, as it wasn't their Avengers follow-up. If The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was part of the Avengers series, then it would get all the praise it deserves. People would praise Jamie Foxx as Electro and praise Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Notice the high praise for Tom Holland as Spider-Man simply for being in an Avengers movie. I even know people who avoided the news and went into Cap Civil War assuming Andrew Garfield was still Spider-Man, continuing off of where his movies left off. Sounds like more people enjoy The Amazing Spider-Man 2 than those who admit it. Romantic dramas have an audience. But since nobody believes in love anymore, lots of people are quick to say that these movies are derivative, contrived, manipulative, too much of the same love elements, done to death, too syrupy. Shut up. People want to see the new love story set in the modern day. If you don't want to see the new love story, don't see it. No one's making you watch it. Don't be that moron who goes to see the new love story just to complain that it's a love story. It has a breakup in it. They get back together, or they don't get back together, or any other love stereotype. Don't be that moron. Let the movie play out. Let it stand for what it is. Modern romances are not the same as the modern romances from the last decade, the decade before, or 6 decades before that. They are new. They are creative. They have their own ideas. And that's why they have an audience that still goes out to see them. When you have a criticism for a movie, it should be a valid criticism, a problem with the movie, not something you didn't care for. Have that in mind, and then revisit some of the movies that you didn't care for before.